Patrick, the dwarf from Ireland. Okay. Patrick, you get this rope. This is your rope, but you have to stand up for this thing. Just hold on to the helmet, just keep it there. Just keep it there, honey. And then you chop here. Chop. No, joke. Just come and stand by the QR code. And who's your name? Kyle. Nice to meet you, Kyle. Thanks for all your help so far. You could hold this rope, Kyle. Put on the bed.
Like 2 words. 2 words.
เ
closer.